You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello, welcome to Constituent Marking with Fred Long on Proof Text. And I am Fred Long. We're looking at 1 Corinthians 14:10. We're plowing through the text, actually just kind of marking it up. And this marking method, this constituent marking method, is a way for us to navigate Greek sentences and to see what's there and to understand their relationships. So what's the subject? What's the verb? What's the direct object? What are the modifiers? Everything else is a modifier. So we're looking for different kinds of parts of speech as well as different kind of functions and constructions. So let's keep working on this text. So I'm going to mark it up. You can see the legend down below. I'm going to start by reading it. This is 1 Corinthians 14:10. Tosavta I tuki Yene phonon isin en cosmo ke uden aphonon. All right. Tazavta. Oh, what a fun word. Tazavta. So one thing I should say before we get going is there is no connector. So a syndeton. So there's a null sign there. A syndeton means that there's no connector. And probably here it indicates a bit of a break. So like paragraph break right here. Tosavta is this is a demonstrative pronoun of quantity. Yeah, you didn't know that there are different types of demonstrative pronouns, but there are. There are different types. You've just learned the near far ones. So utos is near, meaning this. Ikenos is the far demonstrative pronoun, meaning that. Far away, that, those, versus this, these. But this is one that's actually marking quantity. So many, yene, kinds, phonon. So I'm single underlining these because they are going to be the subject of isin. Okay, so this is neuter. Yenos is neuter. And yene is the accusative or nominative form of yenos. And here I'm taking it as the subject. So both tasavta and yene are single underline. Phonon, which follows yene, is a genitive plural, voices or sounds. And then we have this weird kind of thing. I guess I should just finish out en cosmo. Isin, single underline, and cosmo, put parentheses around that, in the world. So far we have so many kinds of sounds are in the world. Okay, that's what we have. But prior to that, right after tosavta, we have I tuku. Now this is a little idiom. E is a connector. Forms a little protasis, and tuku is actually an optative. Wow, it's one of the 68 or 69 optatives in the New Testament. We're looking at one of them right here. And this is a little idiom that's found in ancient philosophers in particular. It is often thought to mean something like perhaps, if perhaps. Now the verb is from tunkano. So this is a second aorist verb that has a different stem. So tunkano is it means to happen upon, to occur or something like that. So if one happens upon. So I think that actually makes sense here. Interpreters will say this qualifies so many different kinds if one encounters them. So many kinds of tongue, of sounds in the world if one encounters them, and then we're going to finish it out. And none are soundless. So none are without sound. So none are without voice. Okay, so this is kind of a weird way to conclude here because obviously they're going to have a voice or a sound because they are sounds. So notice that these words are cognates. This is often translated and none are without meaning or something like that. So basically, what Paul's saying here is that there's meaning behind the sound. There's all sorts of sounds that we might perhaps encounter in the world, and none are without significance. None are voiceless. It's not just voiceless, but none are without significance, I think is the best way. So uden there's a null verb here. It's understood. It's working with an implied estin. None are without significance, something like that. So yeah, this is a verbless clause, but we can resupply it. Aphonon is an adjective. So uden is it's that negative one word. So udis, udemia, uden. It's kind of like an adverb. It's like an adjective, a negative adjective that's built off of is, meaning one, and meaning not. So nothing. So here it's neuter, nominative singular. Nothing is without significance or meaning. All right. So there are so many kinds of language, of sounds, if one encounters them in the world, and none without a voice or none without significance. Yeah. So that's how we would translate that and mark that up. I hope you found this helpful. Look forward to having you listen and watch next time. Take care.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.